Explan it's a little bit like the explanations the Greeks were satisfied. You know, Aristotle explained falling bodies by saying they're going to their natural place, which is toward the center of the earth. Well, when you say that, you really haven't learned anything more about falling bodies. It hasn't helped you to say that. And in the same way, talking about a God who is complex and created the world the way it is, you haven't learned anything. It doesn't help you to anticipate anything you'll discover in nature. Right. But I don't think one should underestimate the fix we're in, that in the end, we will not be able to explain the world, that we will have some set of laws of nature. We will not be able to derive them on the grounds simply of mathematical consistency, because we can already think of mathematically consistent laws that don't describe the world as we know it. And we will always be left with a question, why are the laws of nature what they are rather than some other laws? And I don't see any way out of that, and I just regard it as just another one of the tragedies that we have to get used to, like the tragedy that we will die, and the tragedy, well, I don't want to linger on tragedy, but I think essentially the position of human beings is a tragic one, and the more we understand, the more clearly tragic it is. And part of it, which particularly affects a physicist, is the tragedy of never being able to come to a really satisfying conclusion of our questions, why? And what do we do in this tragedy? I think, well, Shakespeare showed us that one way of living with tragedy is to mix it in with comedy.
Yes, yeah.
And we can take a certain amusement at our position, always seeking why, never coming to the end. I think humor is one of the leavening agents that makes the tragedy of our position possible. The Greeks, in writing their plays, didn't understand that you could mix comedy and tragedy.
Yeah.
There's no comedy in Sophocles. But Shakespeare understood, and I think that's what's so great about Shakespeare.
I think that's right. I mean, moving to another level, I